Can you hear me? Am I making noise? For some reason, you're not making noise. I can't hear a word you're saying. Hello? Hello? You can hear me? I don't know what's going on. I'm a silent partner in this. For some reason, you're not making any noise. I don't know why. Can people give me a thumbs up if everyone in the chat can hear you? Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Blink twice if you're safe. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, what about now?
I can hear you.
Cool.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. What about now?
I can hear you.
Okay. Let's fix this chat situation.
Why weren't you making noise? What was happening?
I was muted on Zoom, I think.
Mm.
I was also, I don't know, because when you joined the meeting, there was like two Kyles.
Oh, weird.
And it was really weird. It sounded like you were getting audio through, like you'd say something and 5 seconds later I would hear it. That's weird. I wonder if it was.
Should we use this moment to have me use the new espresso machine on the live stream because I'm more mobile than I was before?
I mean, if you want to show off your espresso machine, you can.
I mean, people, it's been talked about a lot.
Go ahead, go crazy. We are sideways.
What?
Are you gonna show it? There you go. Well, hi everyone.
What? Well, hi everyone.
Welcome to another random live stream where we give away a free journal at the end. But before we give away a free journal, we just do whatever we want typically. And right now we're gonna watch Kyle make some espresso.
It's heating up right now.
Why don't you tell us a story about this espresso machine?
Am I too close to the picture, or is this a pretty good shot?
It's fine.
All right.
Yeah, you're still portrait mode.
Should I?
I don't know if you can fix that, but yeah, that doesn't help. I don't think it like. I don't think Zoom is smart enough to adjust it.
Yeah, you're right. Anyways, so this little red light's blinking, which means it's heating up. So we have to wait a second. But today I accidentally restarted my computer about 30 minutes ago. I mean, updated it rather. And so it's still updating as of this current moment. And so now we're on my phone. And I thought we'd take this moment to talk about this here blue espresso machine. This espresso machine is really, really special to myself because I tried to buy it 2 years ago. We went into the store and we said, I want that one, please. And they said, well, you can't have it. And then we asked why. And they said, well, they have to make it, which makes sense because they're made to order. They're a very high-end fancy piece of machinery. And then we asked, well, what do we do now? And they said, well, right now you have to go outside. Because this was during COVID. And this is not a cheap machine. So the fact that they wanted us to stand outside in 27-degree weather was pretty wild. But they did offer us bean juice, which I also did not like as far as a way of talking about coffee. Felt weird. And then I asked them, well, why don't I just buy it online? And they said, well, you could. It would actually probably be a better experience for you. But the issue is I wouldn't get my commission, which is a terrible thing to say as a person.
Terrible.
Because why do I care about your commission? You haven't given me any reason to care about your commission. All you've done is make me cold. Because I had to stand outside. That's why.
Hal's not over this, by the way.
I'm fine.
You're telling the story like really, it's like a very prickly way to tell the story.
It's very spiteful for sure.
It wasn't as bad as Kyle's making it seem. It was
a pretty negative experience.
It was
We
just
got
more
home,
uncomfortable than it was like disrespectful.
and then
you were a lot more on the fence at this point about buying this than you were when you actually purchased it.
it's
So
true.
you wanted to go see it. You wanted to go check it out in person.
Yeah. Well, so
they're
the
like,
big
we
thing
don't have any in the store.
Yeah, well, the big thing that also happened is we're about to swipe the credit card, and they go, well, there's also no refunds, by the way. And I'm like, so I don't get to see it. I have to wait outside, and I have to purchase it with never seeing it, and then on top of that, I can never get a refund.
Yeah,
That's a bad deal.
it was really bad. It was a very much a fumbled sale. They didn't have to do much to push Kyle over the edge, but they did everything wrong.
They did everything wrong.
You actually ended up getting a different one, right?
Yeah, I got the small. They made a new one. It's a smaller version of it. We're drinking some geisha decaf today
Hmm.
because it's 2:00. You know, we can't go too crazy.
You know, we are different people because I just got this Americano, and I'm 2 hours ahead of you. So,
That is true.
and this is caffeinated. This is also my first coffee of the day. So maybe that puts me in a different situation.
Should I make a vanilla latte or should I just make a full espresso? What are we thinking?
I don't know. John just roasted you though. He goes when Kyle goes Karen,
I did go Karen, dude.
which you absolutely did go Karen. Natasha said you are burying. Natasha says you are burying what kind of machine that is. Can you just tell us, as if explain it to me like I'm a golden retriever, what you're doing and what that machine is?
So this is a La Marzocco Linea Micra, which is their machine that is like the most built for the home barista.
What does it do?
So it makes espresso,
There you go.
but one of the reasons why it is so special is because it has a dual boiler. And what that means is there is a boiler that boils the water that comes out of this spout that makes the espresso. And then it has a separated boiler over here for the steam one. So you can steam coffee while you're making the espresso. And it's less likely to overheat if you do that. And that's why it's so special, because it's a level of complexity that is not very common in home espresso machines.
Mm-hmm. So Natasha makes coffee. That's what the machine does.
It's a coffee maker.
Also, John wants you to check your chats, assuming Mattermost, because he needs a link.
He needs a link.
Mhm.
John needs a link, or I need a link.
Jeez, man, just read the comment.
I can't read the comment because my computer's on.
You can read the comment on the. Can you see the chat? I guess you can.
No, all I can see is you.
John is asking you to check Mattermost to get a link. Or he needs
Did
a
you
link.
post the link for the thing?
No, I've not.
Okay. Well, then you can do that too.
Cool. Yeah. I'll do that.
I'm making coffee. Look at that.
Yeah.
And that's espresso, everybody. All right. I got my laptop all set up, so I can go do that now. I'll be there in a second.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. See you in a second.
Okay. So we have the Google form up in Facebook. Why does YouTube always do this? It's like for some reason. We got it working on Facebook for some reason. For some reason. 1 sec. I need to send a link to Kyle. One more time. Okay.
This has been crazy.
Yeah. I might need your help upload or putting the sign up link, the form link in YouTube. For some reason, it won't let me comment unless I like sign in as the Heroes Journal. But then I try to sign in as the Heroes Journal. And it won't let me like it takes me to our channel. It won't take me to like the actual live stream. It's really weird. But
yeah, no worries, man. I got you.
I think it's because I made my work email.
I got you. Sorry.
An admin.
All right. We're in. Boom. Done. Finito. It only took 19 minutes for me to get here on my actual thing.
Yeah, let's maybe not up with our computer.
Yeah, dude, it was the weirdest thing. Like, I genuinely thought it was going to be okay.
It usually is, but in your defense.
I cannot believe Freeform just built an app on my phone, on my laptop. I have a question for you. Does your laptop ever switch up the order that your like displays are? Like, you plug a display in, it's like this one's on the left, this one's on the right.
Sometimes it does. Yeah, it's a pretty easy fix though. Yeah, I think especially if I've been airplaying, it gets a little like confused.
Yeah, if you're in an airplane.
Yeah. And whenever I bring my multiple monitors on airplanes, which people love.
Dude, I am all over the place. Dude, who would have thought like something as simple as this is just like it just is difficult to it's like difficult to catch up, you know? Like you get like thrown off your homeostasis even a little bit, and it just like your whole everything just becomes way harder.
Yeah, there's a lot of it's very fragile. Also, the link I put in Facebook apparently is broken, so I don't know what's going on. You might need to get back to John.
No, it works.
Maybe is it like restricted?
Oh, weird. When I must have not copied the full link for YouTube. I think it doesn't work on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Because I copied it from Facebook and put it on YouTube, but maybe I just got to go give it its own dedicated little link.
Yeah. They don't play nice.
Oh, John wants us to also put up the Gertrude Google form.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Really quick. Also, hi everyone. Thanks for rolling with us. This is has not been our smoothest live stream start, but appreciate y'all for being here. I hope you're having a good week. I'm gonna answer some quick questions here. And then I have an exciting announcement. So Heidi asked a few minutes ago, what or how much should we be saving up for the top tier of Kickstarter? Which, first of all, what an incredibly generous thing to offer. I'm very much flattered by the fact that you and probably a few others heroes in our community are just willing to support us no matter what. Obviously, you guys get some cool stuff at the top tier. But long story short, we actually don't know yet. We haven't even thought about the tiers yet. We haven't even thought about the pricing. Like, we haven't even started having these conversations yet. We are tentatively planning to launch this in June. That might get pushed back a little bit, but basically somewhere in the summertime. So we have some time to start thinking about that. You will know well in advance what the actual price points are, especially if you're following along with like our Road to Kickstarter emails, blog posts. If you're in the Heroes Quarters or in the Heroes Guild, you will hear all about them. But I will say this. I don't know if we would be able to sell the planner for less than $40. So I would say if you want one, at least save $40. That's a benchmark we can start at.
I almost think that 50 might also be our break point. I think we're kind of going back and forth between those two.
Yeah, if you're just looking for a floor, then that's probably the floor.
Yeah.
But I guess I can also say this, because we kind of talked about this. We haven't started making anything, and it's a long way away. But if you were around, Heidi, or other people with the same question, if you were around for our Galaxy of Astoria release back in June of last year, or maybe it was May. I don't remember when we actually did it, but I think it was June. June, we did a huge bundle. Our top tier bundle for that release was called the Astorianaut bundle. And for those who know, like, there's all these unboxing videos in the Heroes Quarters and stuff. It's basically like a big, you get all 4 journals, you get all this merch stuff, you got like custom things, you got your own Astorianaut number. Like, it was very, what's the word? Bespoke. Is that the right word? For each Astorianaut back, or pre-order, I should call them, or whatever you want to call them. So I would imagine we might think about doing something similar to that, and that, of course, this isn't for everyone. This is like kind of our top bundle. So we're going to go all out. We're going to go crazy for that one. So I would maybe sort of anticipate something like that. But again, we haven't even started having these conversations. We're honestly very much still in the production, prototyping, sampling phase. So yeah. And then the quick plug I wanted to do is we are releasing weekly blogs essentially on our website. It's called the Road to Kickstarter. They're actually really great. We write them. And then different members on our team, we all work together to kind of put a little newsletter out every week for our Road to Kickstarter. We actually, if you're in this, you get early access to it. We just put it on our website. And if you'd be so kind, it would actually mean a lot to us. If you went in there and you just threw a little comment on there, you can actually go in on our blog posts on our website and comment. Doesn't have to be too much or anything like thoughtful, but just we emailed these out on Sunday nights, but you kind of have early access to it on Friday. So if you throw a little comment in there, put a little life into it, it would mean a lot, because that's kind of the hub currently for our Kickstarter excitement. And so showing that people are, chomping at the bit, excited to pre-order, to back, to pledge, would help us a lot and make us less stressed. So yeah.
Hey Nick, I have a question for you.
What's up, Kyle?
What are the odds that one planner rather, I gotta get in planner talk, costs $10 million?
What are the odds that one planner costs $10 million?
Yeah, it's like the list price.
For our Kickstarter campaign, or just ever?
Just for our Kickstarter campaign.
Oh, I would say it's probably zero.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a fast way to raise $10 million.
I would say, if the floor is $40, I'd probably say the ceiling is, and I'll even come down from 10 million and I'll say 1 million.
Okay.
It's probably the most you'd want to budget for a Kickstarter.
Cool. So just as a general guideline, we should think about saving anywhere between $40 and $1 million for this Kickstarter.
Yeah. Just for the Kickstarter. Yeah.
Because I know I've seen some really high class planners, so I didn't know if.
Yeah. You've never seen anything like this. I can guarantee you that.
I will say the variant of difference between our planner and another $40 planner would make this planner seem like it was worth $10 million.
It feels like a $10 million.
It's so removed from what you're used to with normal planners.
Yeah.
That I would say that going all the way to 10 million wouldn't be that crazy, just based off the level of difference.
Yeah. Ollie asked a great question. I know Ollie is in Argentina, so appropriately asked. I've never purchased a Kickstarter. Does it ship to Argentina? So, without getting too in the weeds here, because we will talk about this a lot in the coming months, but Kickstarter is essentially something that you actually pledge. So you essentially pre-order a planner or something from our campaign. We do have the capability to ship it around the world. We haven't decided what we're going to do with our international options quite yet. So a lot of information will come from that. I will say, just on our side of things, we have to use Kickstarter's like platform and system to obviously raise money for the project. The issue with shipping especially comes on the back end. So what we have to deal with on the back end, what's called essentially like a customer service management system. We essentially have to use Kickstarters, which is not great. And having to organize thousands of backers' addresses is really hard. And then having to do that with international backers is even more challenging. So we're going to do our best to make it a good experience for international heroes and for us, so we don't like rip our hair out. Long story short, we're going to try our best. We're going to try our best to make it to Argentina. Yeah. Do we ship to Argentina now, Kyle?
No.
Well,
South America has difficult trade laws. By the way, if we were to sell, John Nelson made a good point. If we were to sell our journal, our planner, for $10 million, it would have to be 250,000 times better than the other one.
Okay.
Which I think it's pretty close. I think it's pretty.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try to make it 250,000 times better.
We might be somewhere in the $8 million range, but I mean, who's to say, really?
There's always room to improve. I think because most of the what do most of their planners give you? They give you a bunch of pages. They give you just kind of a general direction. They don't give you much. They go, here's kind of a blank slate, plan your life around it. Give your life to this book. Not our planner. Our planner is going to launch you into an adventure, actually. It's going to make you feel like the hero of your story. It's going to tame the chaos and the disorganization of your life. It's going to help you focus on the things that you want to level up on the most.
Yeah.
A little bit with more intention than you ever felt before. It's going to be both structured, but also free flowing. It's going to be easy to use, easy to carry. And it's when you open it, when you go to it, it's going to feel like, you ran into an old friend at like a grocery store. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, like, I'm so excited to see you here. This is great. It's not like a drill sergeant. It's not like you're in trouble. So that's
that was a long go. You gave it your all there. I did not expect that, but that was great.
My type 5.
Yeah.
I
Phil, also known as Arthur, hit us with, if I had $10 million, you would already have my money. I'm that confident in your products, quality, customer support, and community that comes with it all. That means so much.
That would be the nicest thing anyone's ever said.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
James said, is it diamond studded? Diamond studded, obviously.
It is. Yeah. But the real diamond, the real diamond that we're talking about here is you becoming the hero of your story.
Thoughts on planner stickers? I'm bullish on planner stickers.
Planner stickers, I would go ahead and say they will happen. I'm 100% confident that if we don't release planner stickers with this, it will be a loss for us. So we're not sure how we're going to do it. We don't know if it's going to be like a page in the planner, if that makes sense, or if it's going to be kind of like tucked into the actual inner sleeve of the planner. But long story short, yes, stickers will abound.
Stickers abound. What was I going to say? I had a
Melanie just mentioned I need a hybrid between the Hero's Journal and a complete daily planner. I need way more room in a weekly planner personally. Okay, well, we aren't currently making like a daily planner. The Hero's Journal is sort of our answer for that. But once we have these weekly spreads out, who knows? Maybe it's possible that we create like a year-long daily planner that has its own storyline or some kind of altered storyline or something crazy in there. The exciting thing is there's a lot of planner companies out there, right? Like, let's face it. A planner is just some stationery, maybe a ring bound, a couple of covers. It's not much. It's not hard to make that. And so we knew from the beginning when we started the Hero's Journal that like we had to do something that had a little bit of like secret sauce in it. We had to do something that we really believed in, because we didn't start this because we love paper and glue and ring bound binders and covers and stuff. We started this because we are Kyle and I, like, our common thread and the thing we have in common, the thing we deeply believe is we love to see people improve in their lives. We love to see people accomplish their dreams, work on their thing, get better in some way, shape, or form. However, Kyle is actually a better example of this than I am, but like, I think Kyle and I are constantly coaching or consulting people in our lives about how to get better. And so like, that's just something that we're always doing. So like the Hero's Journal is kind of based on that. And has a lot of IP, because we kind of figured that one of the best ways to think about your life as a story is to surround yourself with the story. And so where other planner companies and stationery companies can't really innovate because all they have is paper, we can tell more stories. We can create new characters. We can, immerse ourselves in these new worlds and decorate these new products with all of these kind of imaginative, engaging things, colorable things, charming things, encouraging things. And we kind of believe that, humans typically know what they need to do. They just need some encouragement, and they need a little bit of clarity around getting there. So we're going to try to keep making stuff that does that. Okay.
As you can tell, we've been fully steeped in the like the vision side of what we're doing right now. So we've just been talking about that all day, every day. So we got a lot of vision and passion to go around.
Yeah, I'll step off the soapbox.
No, I love it. I really do. I will say that it feels good to have the ability to just do iterations, such as different storylines on the same thing, but then also have the opportunity to make something new with like Gertrude or the SideQuest deck.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, so I had this conversation with Nick yesterday, and Nick and I have been doing this for 5 years now. We started in 2018, and we were like the side hustle guys from 2018 to 2020, the beginning of 2020. And on February 2nd, rather, we officially have been full-time at the Heroes Journal longer than we weren't. And I think at our core, Nick and I are more of like, I think we're more disruptive than we are like company men. If you had to put us on like a spectrum of like business people. So we really like to create new stuff and almost make a mess and then clean it up. And I think that making the planner that we're making and launching a Kickstarter for, codenamed Gertrude for Heidi, it allows us to kind of get back in the sandbox and be a little bit more messy and kind of tease out a new product in a way that maybe making a new storyline doesn't allow us to do, because we're kind of starting from scratch a little bit more, which I think is fun.
Yeah, I think so too. There's been a lot of chat in the comments about dated versus undated. We're pretty heavily leaning towards undated at this point. There was definitely a time where we wanted to do a dated planner, and we still might. Like honestly, like best case scenario is we can raise enough money in our Kickstarter to offer 2 options. I think that there's in our audience, just because our flagship product is undated, we just kind of attract people that like that style of planning already. So it makes sense that people want an undated, Gertrude planner to kind of go along with that same philosophy. But I know there's definitely people out there in the planner community, especially, who like the dated thing. So I like the idea of having both options. But we'll see. We'll see what we're able to do.
I have a question for everybody. What's more exciting to you? A top tier where you can purchase everything at once. You guarantee it, you lock it in, you get your plushie, or you get your pen, or you get your things that have been add-ons in the past. So you go buy the top tier, you just get all the stuff.
Yeah.
No worries. No worries in the world. You locked it in. Or doing the stretch goals, and we hit X and you get Y. We hit $1 million and you get a diamond studded journal. Things like that. Is the stretch goal thing really exciting, or would you rather just be able to lock it in and just buy the top tier? David, I don't think we're gonna be able to do a la carte. We're not gonna just do a plushie tier, probably. But yeah, stretch goals make it fun.
Yeah, there's been some other talk about plushies. There's been some other talk about SideQuest deck, some other add-on things. We will definitely have add-ons. We'll definitely have stretch goals. We haven't even started thinking about that quite yet, but we will know soon enough.
Cool. So it seems like the stretch goals. It seems like it wasn't even really the items of the stretch goals that were that. Yes, they were, but it just seems like the stretch goal itself was also exciting. Like we're all banded together to get to $300,000 rather than anything else.
Gotcha. So we are getting kind of a common sentiment about the top tier, which is essentially like, if I'm a collector and I'm gonna get the big ticket thing, I want to have everything. I don't want to worry about missing out on, this thing or that thing. If I'm gonna be throwing down for it, I want it all. So we will see. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad everyone's got like, I'm glad we got opinions on this, because if people didn't have opinions on this, it'd make it way harder.
But stretch goals are better than add-on, because that's what you asked, right? I want to make sure.
Yeah, no, not add-ons. I'm talking about like, let's say that at $100 million we'll make plushies, right?
Yeah.
Is that more exciting than being able to buy like a top tier $1 million bundle that has everything that we would have offered in stretch goals, and you just like, you buy it and you lock it in? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I think so.
So instead of like the risk of not hitting the stretch goal and not getting the plushie, you can just buy the plushie with your top tier bundle.
Let's back up, because I think there's some people in here that we keep saying stretch goal and they're like, what's going on? What's that? Or there's people that are like, what's an add-on? Like, so, okay. So, Kickstarters, when you launch Kickstarter, you have to have a funding goal. So we don't know what ours is going to be quite yet, but once you hit that goal, let's like for our last Kickstarter, it was $25,000. So once or was it 20,000? I don't know. Regardless, once we hit that threshold, our campaign was officially funded, which means people officially are going to get charged. We are now liable to send you the product, because Kickstarter works. If it doesn't get funded, then we don't fulfill anything and you get a refund. So there's a bit of protection for the backer side. Once we get funded, and let's say there's 30 days left in a campaign, now comes the thing where it's like, what can we look forward to with this campaign? How do we keep the gas running? How do we kind of keep the fire roaring, so to speak? So what you do is you set these new benchmarks. So let's say for round numbers that we hit $25,000 in the first day, and we have 30 more days or 29 more days for our campaign to be live. Well, now let's say, for instance, we set a new goal, stretch goal, for like $50,000. So if we raise $50,000, we'll hit our stretch goal. And maybe that stretch goal is something like pens, like everyone can write, with like pens, or maybe enamel pens, or maybe stickers, or maybe plushies, or, patches, or maybe it's like a new feature in the planner. Like maybe we'll make like a higher quality coil, or something, or like that's just what a stretch goal is. So you essentially have stretch goals for your campaign, like 50,000, 75,000, or however benchmark you want to set them at. Typically with stretch goals, once you cross them, everybody who backed the campaign gets something. So it's kind of like a whole group win. Whether you gave $20 or you pledged $500 or whatever, everyone kind of gets the benefit of a stretch goal. So the idea is like, we are launching this thing, but we're kind of asking for your help to promote it and share it and get excited about it, because that's going to push the whole fundraising amount forward and achieve more stretch goals. So that way we kind of give you the keys a little bit and you guys get a little more ownership over that. And that was really powerful for our campaign last time. So that's what a stretch goal is. Sorry. I'm really chatty today, huh? I think it's because I went from having no coffee for the first 6 hours of the day, or actually 10, 12 hours of the day, to an Americano. So I'm just wheeling and dealing.
I'm really excited because I'm gonna put my cardigan on for Bragg O'Clock. So that way I want to be like a cozy, thoughtful person during,
Is that all you're thinking about when I was talking about stretch goal?
I already know what a stretch goal is. Why would I need to listen to you talk about a stretch goal?
That's a good point.
You're explaining to other people, but I already know what it is. So I don't need to listen. I can just think about my cardigan, which I do often.
Yeah, there's some comments here about stretch goals and are they good? Are they bad? Lots of debate. And honestly, you know what is actually like, and I'm not trying to plug this, a really good place for this debate is the comment section of our Road to Kickstarter blogs. Because that's like, we've been reading those comments and people have been like responding to each other, and there's a little bit more discourse that you can get on there to state your opinion, state your case, pro stretch goals, anti-stretch goals, pro add-ons, do you want shirts? Do you want stickers? Do you want, what do you want? Because whatever we're an open book right now. But in the next month or two, we won't be able to do everything. So if you have ideas or things you want to see in the campaign, you got to let us know now. And I would do that on the blog. Okay.
let's just all start debating about what stretch goals are. Not even about the stretch goals.
What is a
But
stretch?
what they are.
Define stretch.
One question, and then we're gonna go to bracket clock.
Yeah.
Do you think it's time we revamp our Heroes Journal clothing line? I feel like it might be too close to a Kickstarter. We might have to do it like in the fall or maybe next year.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's time to breathe some life into the HJ apparel line. Because we don't have any apparel that represents IMA or GOI. And we just got a question about it. We could do more hats. I don't know. I mean, it may not be time right now. Clothing was hard.
Clothing is hard.
Um,
Clothing's hard.
but also we don't have to fulfill it, which is also nice.
It's a good
So
point.
that was all the work, was fulfilling it.
So here's the problem with clothes. Everyone wants a different thing.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's just the nature of ordering clothes is you can't order one of a thing. Not only that, we're not only talking variants of design. Now we're talking variants of the color that the design is printed on, and like the case of a shirt, and then the size. So there's like a lot of variants. And it ends up potentially getting really expensive really fast.
Yeah.
So I would love to do a revamp. I would. I haven't thought much about it, but I think we could do something really, really cool, actually. And I'll say this. I'm not really sure how to say this, but I will say this. I think our brand has enough character to it, like enough characteristic, kind of like fun, playfulness to it. And the philosophy is like good. I think that we could make merch that's like appealing to people who would never buy a Heroes Journal. They're like, I would wear your stuff because I like your mission, but I'm just not a journal person. And maybe this is like a mistake on my end, but that's what I would want to try to accomplish. I would want to use merch as a way to kind of open up our brand a little bit. Obviously, it has to still appeal to people who love and use the Heroes Journal. That's first and foremost. But merch is just such an easy like sell. It's an easy thing to support, right? It's like, what's the easiest way for a human to support another human? Just wear the shirt of the thing that the other person is doing. You know, it's easy.
Yeah. I'm a slut for a hoodie with like big letters in the back. And I feel like if we could put like a good little mission statement on the back of a hoodie, that'd be really cool with like a logo on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd buy that. Would you buy that? I mean, you're wearing one right now.
Yeah, I technically am. I would listen, if we made hoodies like this hoodie, I'd make a hoodie tomorrow. I live in this hoodie.
I will say this. I'm going to swear here. So anyone who's got a swear warning, let me know. But let me know. I'll let you know. I'm going to swear. I can't decide what's better, making more options and making the options kind of like shitty quality, or making less options and making super like clean cut, high effort quality, right? Because we could do a print to order store tomorrow with just like putting a bunch of our logos on t-shirts and they just print to order and people could just order them, but the quality would not feel great. Or we could like spend a bunch of mana, make really, really high quality stuff. But we won't be able to offer it as often and it'll be way, way more expensive. So yeah. That's also been one of the big question marks.
Yeah, it'll be less options, better quality, it'll be more expensive, and it'll last for longer. But so here's my hot take. Okay. Also, did you swear at all?
I said shit. I said it again too.
I was waiting for it, and I guess it just slipped.
Maybe say it twice.
Yeah. Here's my hot take on merch. I actually think it's a bit lazy. I think it's a bit lazy to do a shirt or a hat. I think we should. I think we shouldn't stop there. I think when merch really, really works for a brand, they do something that like informs what their brand is about. And it might be kind of unique. So like that Oklahoma Smokes brand there's a brand that I just like the aesthetic of. I don't use their products. I think they sell like CBD cigarettes, basically for people who are trying to stop smoking is the idea, or at least reduce the amount that they smoke, like nicotine cigarettes. So Oklahoma Smokes, they have a really cool website. You go to their merch tab and they have like lighters, or they matches, and then they have like the hoodie and it says like quitting is cool or something like that, or something. It's okay to quit, because they're trying to get people to quit smoking. They have like bandanas that are really cool. So I feel like they just have this whole like kind of like smoker merch brand aesthetic that they've kind of informed in their product line. And I feel like because our philosophy is like being the hero of your story, taking control of your life, being organized, knowing your allies, knowing your threats, all that stuff. Like there's like something interesting we can do. I don't know if it's like an adventure bag. See, people like bags a lot. It could be a tote. It could be a messenger bag, a little adventure backpack. I've actually always wanted to design a backpack. So maybe that could be something we do. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah. I finally figured out what John was talking about before. I finally figured out what he was talking about.
I know. I love it. He's like, hey guys. John's like trying to get our attention during the live stream. Hey guys, just a quick reminder. Please before the weekend starts. Please. I ask a really good question. We're about to roll into brag o'clock, as you can probably tell by Kyle doing his best Mr. Rogers impression. Heidi asked, have you guys thought about creating a life coach certification program that heroes could get certified in? We actually have thought about this before. It's been a while. But yeah, we have. There is definitely a time where we thought that coaching and kind of opening up a whole coaching arm in our business might be something that we want to roll into. We have since kind of backed off from that, mostly because there is a few companies that we think do it better than we could do it, without us kind of substantially stepping on their toes or kind of like wrestling them for opportunity. And we actually like working alongside some of these companies. One of them being Nerd Fitness has a really good coaching option and certification and stuff. So we didn't really want to step on the toes of that. Maybe there's a day where if we have enough of a need for it, we can start to like create a certification program, a training program, give people like coaching certifications and have some kind of like leveled up, like you get a journal. And then if you really want accountability or like a coach, you can hire into that or pay for that. But for now, it isn't, it would be a little extra for us to try and build something that would be good enough. But who knows? One day. This is fun. I like this. I feel like there's a lot of brainstorming, a lot of thinking about the stuff that I like to think about in the business. But we're running way behind. We got to brag. Here's your board game. That's also something we thought about a lot. Ryan has really been going to bat. Well, he wants to make a board game very bad. We probably will one day.
All right. So if you look on Facebook, you're going to notice that Kyle Cole, that's my name. I'm Kyle Cole, has posted a comment called Brag O'Clock. And in that comment, you hit reply and you tell us anything you're proud of. A good example of the Brag O'Clock way is Rachel on YouTube mentioned that at the beginning of every Friday, a part of her morning routine is to think about what they're proud of. And getting that brag ready, getting it on tap. So that way, when we're all here bragging about how proud of ourselves we are, they have a really great thing to say. So you should do the same. Go ahead and comment on YouTube, wherever you'd like. Facebook, comment in the Brag O'Clock thread. Cool. Terry's starting us off on Facebook with, I've lost 5 pounds this week and I'm back on track. I love to hear that, Terry. That's incredible, by the way.
Yeah,
I
way to go.
don't know what he's having.
Let's see. Yeah, Kara over on YouTube said Unwanted Health Quest is going way better than expected. Big results from just around 1 of 6 of poison potions, and I'm feeling better after round 2 than I was at this point after round 1. Woot. I love how lorified your quest is, Kara. I love the name Unwanted Health Quest. I love poison potions. I'm assuming that those are fantastical names you've created and not literal. But way to go. Great brag. Thanks, Kara.
Heidi said, I learned FizzBuzz today. I don't know what FizzBuzz is, but it sounds like fun.
Wow. Kara said, my allies are amazing. I'm going to hop in and say, and Mark said, just started my 3rd journal this week. Congratulations, Mark. Gosh, we have got to do something. We have to. Every week someone brags about finishing a journal or starting a new journal. We need something. We need like a badge, or we need to mail you like a medal. We need people to really celebrate this because it's a big deal. No one ever finishes journals.
Have you seen Mikhail Bridges' new 3-point celebration?
No.
It's kind of like, because he finished 3 journals, so he goes like this, and he goes after every time he makes one. It's really cool. That's what I thought of when Mark said that. Like we should have a GIF at the very least that you could post when you do that. Anyways,
wow.
That's where my brain's at today. Anyways, Nova said went to see a new therapist. I just finished my 2nd cycle of DBT, and that meant transitioning to a new one. I was super nervous, but it wasn't awful. Hey, talking to a new therapist is never easy, and I'm proud of you for being brave.
Let's see. Rachel said, I'm slowly, painfully attempting to improve my sleep schedule. I woke up on time every day this week. That's actually a much bigger brag than it might seem like it is. It's wildly hard to change your sleep schedule, and you should be very proud of yourself, Rachel. I love it. I feel like the world is like really dancing to the tune of better sleep these days.
Oh yeah.
It's a good thing.
Christy said, my only vacation in 3 years got canceled for like 7 different reasons, and I'm super bummed and full of big feelings. But I've read 40 books this year, which is insane. That's so many books. Way to keep your head up too. Getting a vacation canceled is never fun.
Yeah. Stacy said, went shopping with a friend on Monday and only bought from small businesses. That's nice. Felt better supporting them than chain stores. Good for you. I can tell you as a small business owner that it is greatly appreciated. Appreciate that. Good brag.
They walked their dog every morning when the weather was cold and snowy. That's hard.
Renee on YouTube said, I supported someone through a difficult decision. Good for you. Good brag. That means you're an ally to someone else. How cool is that?
Oh, Melissa said, I lost my job today. I'm so sorry to hear that, Melissa. The brag is I did not cry in front of them. I have a potential interview next week for a different job. Pray for me. Sending all the positive vibes your way.
Sorry, Melissa. That's actually a huge bummer. Well, good luck. Way to keep your head up too. Chris said, my brag o'clock, I was able to complete my cybersecurity training on a schedule. On a schedule I am in the making of after getting let go. And this was very difficult for me to read for some reason. Chris said, I was able to complete my cybersecurity trainings on a schedule I am in the making of after getting let go and work last week. Sorry, I
think there's multiple thoughts. I think there's some pauses necessary.
What I can tell, Chris, is that you got your cybersecurity trainings on schedule, or maybe you finished them. Regardless, there's a good brag in here somewhere. I'm sorry, I can't read very well.
Queen said, I force myself to study and stay focused even when I want to give up. Way to go, Queen.
John said, ordering a journal for the first time this weekend. If I don't win, brag, taking first vacation for our family in 2 years. I love to hear that, John. Hopefully you do win. How cool would that be? I love to hear where you're going on vacation. That's a big brag after 2 years.
is upping their crafting skills, making amigurumi dolls. Amigurumi dolls and things like mad. That's such a good sentence. That's awesome.
God, I can't read today.
Amigurumi.
You're probably not pronouncing it right. Not even close. All right. Zarina said I finished 2 books this month to reward myself. I got a collector's edition box of the 3rd book I'm going to read. That's great. It's great. Delayed like gratification, like making yourself prove it before you reward yourself. Good for you, Zarina. It's great. I want to know what books and if they were good.
Sorry, I'm still laughing about the last one. I was thinking giggly. I get giggly. Anyways, Laura Day said raised our first 2K towards opening a food truck. That's awesome. Drop it on over here. I'll be your first customer.
Yeah, what kind of food? I want to know. Follow up from Chris. He said I also was able to keep positive and keep taking care of myself. Getting let go from my job hit harder than expected mentally. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're bouncing back, Chris, and staying positive.
Natasha is working on drawing out their next tattoo for May. Excited, will be my first. Oh, not next tattoo, my first tattoo. That's awesome. What are you drawing out?
Ali said, my brag is I have read 4 books since the beginning of the year. That's 4 more, I'm assuming, than all of last year, which is fantastic. I want to hear which one has been your favorite so far, Ali.
Katie said, after 6 months of migraines, a fellow hero helped me figure out the cause, and now hopefully I'm on the way to fixing the constant migraines daily. That's amazing. Migraines are painful.
That is a terrible journey. But gosh, I really sympathize with you. Migraines suck. Let's see. Zarina hopped in and said, my coworker was bragging to me about her journal spread, and I told her about the Heroes Journal and how she should get the Heroes Journal instead. These are the conversations we want. Word of mouth, always more powerful than our advertising dollars could ever be.
Amber quit their job. Congrats.
A lot of job transitions right now.
Yeah.
This feels like a lot more than normal. Yeah. Melanie said, I'm proud not giving up this week. I was actively dissed by multiple friends at multiple lunches for my goals. Oh man, it's a bummer. I mostly was just pissed that they were trying to diss me. I did not take it to heart. I'm sorry, Melanie. That's like the worst feeling in the world when you're trying to make your life better. And, the people in your life are just trying to put you back in your place or where they think you belong. Yeah. Hopefully they support you, or hopefully, they see your progress and get behind you. Because that's hard to deal with.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just power through the Facebook comments. We have like 4. I'm just gonna go bang, 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 because we're on YouTube.
Cool.
David finally started reading an actual book, Sky Jethani's book, with its theological, not giving up on catching on grading, and trying new methods of keeping up with it. I will keep trying. Hey, that's great. Melissa also finished their 25th book today, which is insane. Shauna said, I failed at my husband's birthday carrot cake and dinner, but at least I completed all my errands yesterday. The brag is you tried. And I heard carrot cake is really hard to make. So
the real carrot cake is the top.
That's true. Terry said, I also learned to run sound at my church, which is amazing. Debbie said it's pronounced amigurumi. Amigurumi.
Amigurumi.
And then Natasha said my daughters yin and yang, but sun and moon with Alice from Wonderland on a mushroom having tea with. Oh, that's the tattoo. That's really cool.
That's cool.
All right.
Also, Laura Day said the food truck, funnel cakes, kettle corn, fried Oreos. Fried Oreos. I want a fried Oreo.
Hey, can you let me screen share?
I guess.
Just this once.
Only because you've earned it. To go to participants, or is it security?
To multiple participants. You got a screen share. There's a little pop-up menu. And then it says
share screen options. Is that? Yeah, there we go. Can you do it now?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Alrighty.
Kyle's going to spin this wheel. Whoever it lands on has 90 seconds to claim your free journal. If you don't claim it in time, we're going to spin it again. The way you claim it is by commenting in the comment section, YouTube or Facebook. Here we go.
You can even comment if you want.
Yeah.
Samantha Gilly.
Samantha Gilly, come on down. You have been chosen as the winner of Free Journal Friday. I'm holding my phone up. I think this might be backwards. Is this backwards?
No, it's right.
Weird. Okay. Well, here you go.
Gilly.
Samantha Gilly on Facebook, on YouTube. We are waiting for Samantha Gilly to
Samantha
arrive.
Gilly.
Oh, Laura Day said, but I want a mouse plush. Laura Day, we actually might be selling. We have a small amount of them left. We are releasing a new Astoria Magic Academy journal in the coming months, and we'll probably sell some mice plushies as well if we have any left. Okay, we're at 50 seconds, just about.
Samantha Gilly.
Waiting for Samantha Gilly, either on YouTube or Facebook. If anyone knows Samantha, we want to make sure she gets her free journal.
Samantha Gilly.
All right, we have just about 20 seconds left for Samantha to claim her free journal. If she does not, then we got to spin one more time because we got to give a free journal away, or it won't be Free Journal Friday.
It will not be. I'm worried that we're saying their name wrong, but I think Gilley feels like how to say it, you know?
And Samantha G, if you're out there,
yeah,
and you've been thinking, well, okay, it's 90 seconds. So sorry, Samantha. We'll give you an extra 10 seconds. It's actually 20 seconds. But I don't see any claims from Samantha, which means we're gonna roll again. Here we go. And the winner, this is a rare thing of Free Journal Friday.
Jeffrey Sievers.
Sievers, come on down. You are potentially the rightful winner of Free Journal Friday. You have 90 seconds.
I've seen Jeffrey in here. I've seen the name.
I do recall. There we go. The winner of Free Journal Friday, Jeffrey Sievers, in record time.
If anyone knows Samantha Gilly, let us know. But maybe we'll see Samantha next week. Any hoozle, Jeffrey, go ahead and email support@theheroesjournal.co. Tell them what color journal, or maybe if you want a SideQuest deck, and we'll send it your way. Sievers.
Yeah. Congratulations.
You know, the crazy part is, I'm guessing Jeff and John are friends.
Let's hope so.
Because John gave enunciation help for Jeff.
It's true.
Sorry, Jeffrey. If I call you Jeff and you don't like going by Jeff, I'm sorry. It's a
okay, they don't know each other, but John is being a nice guy.
John can read, unlike us.
Thanks for your talent of reading. Well, hey guys, thanks for joining this rather chaotic live stream on a Friday. Thanks for letting us talk about our philosophy, random product stuff. Thanks for putting up with us not being able to read very well. Doing brag o'clock with us. And I want to hop in and I want to brag because I finished my 6th Heroes Journal this week. And I think it's the coolest thing in the world. I forget often that I have a weird disconnect in my brain, the fact that I use this every day and that we sell it and it is how I make my livelihood. And I'm genuinely incredibly proud of this product and I genuinely love using it. And if we went out of business tomorrow, I would still use it because I love it that much. And I finished my 6th one. I've never finished a journal before until I used the Heroes Journal. 6. Anyway, you have any Brad, Kyle, before we hop off?
Not really, if I'm being honest. But I got up today.
The computer's all the way updated.
True. I'm trying out a new style with this cardigan. I wore it to my class on Wednesday. I taught in this cardigan.
Mhm.
So getting used to it. I don't know if cardigan vibe is really me, but I like wearing it and it's soft. So that's all that matters.
You're taking some fashion risks, that's what life's about.
It's true. It feels very Seinfeld. Anyways, I have to go to practice.
All right.
Here's the thing about questing. Questing, it happens every day. We all do it. We all quest. We all have gone on quests, and we will all continue to quest. And therefore, it is important to me. It is imperative for me to remind you that if you're gonna quest happy. We'll see you guys.